Hey everyone, welcome back to Chit Chat and Tea with Amanda Marie. I hope you guys are all doing good out there. Here I am with another video. It's been a little while, but I'm glad to be back. This one is going to be focusing on, I just wanted to share with you guys how I prepare for Resurrection Day or Easter Sunday, whatever you want to call it. And I wanted to just share the menu that I'm going to be having with my family. And I just wanted to make a video and share with you guys how I get ready. Before we get into it though, I want to let you guys know that you can find me on Facebook at Chit Chat and Tea with Amanda Marie. You can also find me on Instagram by the same name. And also on Facebook, I have a couple of groups. One of them is Chit Chat and Crochet with me, and the other is Recipe Swap with me. So go on Facebook and find those groups and join them. They're a lot of fun. So let's get into this. All right, so this, as you can see, you're looking at, this is a menu I made up. And I just wanted to show you guys this first before we actually start looking at how I prepared everything. And so as you can see, this is what I have in mind. This is what I've decided to serve for the Easter Sunday meal. So first on the list, as you guys can see, I have hot cross buns. Those are dairy free. I have homemade mac and cheese, green bean casserole, dairy free, spiral ham, salad, strawberry cheesecake, dairy free, deviled eggs, and communion discs. So this meal is going to be about 90% dairy free. The only thing that will have dairy in it is the mac and cheese, and that is because I used real cheese. For that, I did use almond milk and plant butter, but I did use real cheese. So I would say it's about 90% dairy free altogether. Okay, so basically I prepared 5 of the 8 dishes on this menu the day before, which is today, the day I'm making this video. And that's what I kind of wanted to just show you guys how I went about doing this and how I intend on, going forward to Sunday and preparing the rest tomorrow. So because we are planning on going to like a lot of people I know, you go to Easter Sunday service in the morning, and so it is really nice to try to plan ahead and prepare ahead so you can have the majority of the work done. So on Easter Sunday you can go enjoy the day with your family, go worship, and or whatever it is that you do. Some people just, everybody does different things, but for us, it'll really take a lot of stress off me tomorrow if I have most of the work done. And by the time we get home, I will have a few things I need to do, and it won't be much at all. And I will be able to sit and relax and enjoy a beautiful meal with my family and enjoy a nice, relaxing Easter Sunday. So that is the whole plan. Okay, so let's get into what I started with right off the bat. So like I said, on Saturday morning, I began preparing. I spent the whole day in the kitchen. I am not joking. I literally was in the kitchen from 9 in the morning till about 7 p.m. at night, but it's all good. I mean, I was doing other things too. I obviously had to make dinner for Saturday night too. So it was just a long day in the kitchen, but it's, I'm blessed to be able to do it. That's all I can say. Okay, so as you guys can see, you're looking at a picture right here. You're probably wondering, what is that? Well, those are raw cashews. Okay, so I really don't plan on going step by step as far as like giving you guys the recipes to all these dishes I prepared. What I just wanted to do is kind of do an overview of what I did and just give you guys some ideas, or just share a little piece of my life with you, because that's what this channel is all about. So I am going to have in the description box below, though, I plan on putting the links for all these recipes And also, so I will be doing that. So if you guys see something that you might be interested in trying out, the recipe will be in the description box below. Okay, so as you can see, you're looking at a bowl of raw cashews, and this is how I started the recipe for the strawberry cheesecake that is dairy free. So like I was sharing, my menu is like 90% dairy free. I have my daughter's lactose intolerant. Plus, I have actually a couple other people that kind of have issues with dairy also. So I figured this year I'm really going to make an effort to try to do a lot of recipes that are dairy free. So basically for this recipe, the first step that you have to do is soak these raw cashews for at least 4 hours. So that was the first thing I did because I wanted to get this strawberry cheesecake done and in the freezer by this evening so that tomorrow all I have to do is pop it out, thaw it out a little bit, and we're ready to go. So that's the first thing I did because those raw cashews had to soak for at least 4 hours, like I said. Now this recipe, just to give you a quick little overview, it's the crust consists of raw cashew. I mean, not raw cashews, actually. That's actually for the filling. The crust consists of pecans and dates, almond flour, coconut oil, and the filling is like the raw cashews. You puree it. You have coconut milk in there, and you put some strawberries in there, and some vanilla, some pure maple syrup. So, I mean, and then you put some strawberries on top for garnish. It's a super healthy alternative to regular cheesecake, and like I said, it is completely dairy free. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm really hoping that we're all going to enjoy it. So that's that recipe, and like I said, I got everything. I got that all done and ready to go, and that was my first thing I tackled. So I just wanted to share that first. And as you can see, this is what the finished product is going to look like. Like I said, it is, I'm still working on that. I'm actually going to finish that up after I finish this video up. So, but that's what it looks like. It's also gluten-free. For anybody out there that is gluten-free. So it looks super yummy. I'm hoping we all love it. Let's move on now to the next thing that I prepared after I worked on getting those cashews soaked. That would be this. Okay, so as you can see, this is the recipe I printed out for the dairy-free hot cross buns. And it's looks really good. I'm really excited about this one too. Okay, so the first step was I used almond milk, unsweetened almond milk, and I took that and I put some with some water and some yeast, and I warmed it up to about 100 degrees in the microwave, and I stuck my yeast in. Also with some sugar in there too. And once you let that sit for a couple minutes and let it get really frothy, you are able to move on to the next step, which this is just some of the ingredients. Okay, so basically in a bowl, I took some, again, plant-based butter. We're doing dairy-free, an egg, some orange zest, and also cinnamon and nutmeg. And I mixed that all together. And once I got that mixed, I added it to the milk and yeast and water and sugar concoction. And then you get it all mixed up, and then you add your flour in there and you form it into a ball, as you can see right here. right here. And you put it in a grease bowl, cover it up, put it in a nice warm spot, and let it rise. Once it's risen, now you need to add in your currants. So there are raisins or whatever you want, like dried fruit. I put raisins in, so then you add your raisins in there. You knead it some more, mix it all in, put it in a bowl, cover it up, put it in a nice warm spot again. I let it sit this time for quite a long time. I would, for like hours, I let that sit. Okay, and as you can see, once I let that sit for quite a long time and it rose up really good, I pushed it down again, and then I separated it into separate balls and made my buns. And that's what you're looking at here. I was able, with this recipe, I was able to have 16 buns. And here's a picture of what the finished product will look like. My plan with these is to let them sit overnight in the fridge as buns and let them rise overnight. And in the morning, when I get up, I will wake up a little early. I will let them come back to room temperature, take them out of the fridge, bring them back to room temp. And in the morning, I will take a knife and put the cross in each bun, and I will then pop them in the oven, cook them. And I already have the icing made too, that I did that today, so that's all set, ready to go for the morning too. These are really fun for Easter because, you know, obviously they're symbolic in the way that they have a cross on them for the cross of Calvary. So I want to start to make this a tradition, making these every Easter for my family. So I'm really hoping they come out good and we enjoy them. And like I said before, guys, the recipe will be in the description box below for all of these recipes if you guys want to try these out. So moving on, next, we are going to talk about the deviled eggs. I did the deviled eggs today too, got those all ready. So as you can see, you're looking at a picture of we did colored some Easter eggs a day or two ago. So I already had my eggs already ready to go. So basically you just take your hard-boiled eggs and you peel them. And once you got them peeled, you wash them, make sure no eggshells are there. You cut them in half and you take the yolk out, put the yolk in a separate bowl, and get your eggs all nice on a tray or something. And you take your yolk, you get it all, I just take a fork and smash it up. And what I put in my deviled eggs is mayo and some Dijon mustard and some dried dill and some salt and pepper and garlic powder. I keep it simple. That's what I put in my deviled eggs. So that's the mixture. I get it all nice and mixed up, nice and creamy. And once you have that, you're all set. You fill your eggs up, and I sprinkle paprika on all of my eggs, and that's that. Okay, so moving on, the next dish I prepared was the homemade mac and cheese. As you can see, I prepared I made about 4 cups of pasta elbows. I did that first, got those all cooked and ready, put them aside. And then I prepared my cheese, and I use Velveeta, and I use Colby Jack, and I definitely used way more Colby Jack than Velveeta. I would say the proportion on that would be like 1/4 Velveeta and 3/4 Colby Jack. I used almond breeze as a substitute for milk in this recipe. And I used this Country Crock plant butter as a substitute for butter. And I basically just got my butter, and I put some flour, made like a roux, added my almond milk, and then once that was getting thick, I added in all my cheese, and then you just cook that down. And once your cheese is all melted, and I also put some dry mustard, some garlic powder, some salt and pepper in there too, and some onion powder in there too. And I throw it all together in a baking dish, and basically I stuck this bad boy in the fridge, and tomorrow I will pop him out of the fridge, and I will just put some breadcrumbs on top and stick him in the oven, and he will be ready to go. Okay, so next you're looking at a picture of what I call communion discs. This is something I started doing last Easter. So I wanted to do it again. I like to take communion with my family on Resurrection Day, Easter Day. And so I make these little discs and we use them to do communion. So my kids really loved doing it last year. So I definitely wanted to do it again. And it's something I definitely wanted to do the day before. Okay, so I actually have a video that I did on my previous channel. I have another channel that I started before I had this one that I only have a few videos uploaded onto, but I actually have a video for this recipe for these communion discs that I'm going to put in the link below. And if you guys want to check that out and follow that recipe, you can do that. They're yummy and they're very quick and easy to put together. So that's that. Now let's move on to the ham, the star of the show, right? Okay, so Mr. Ham. So my plan for the ham is in the morning when I get up. After I get my buns in the oven, I'm going to take this ham and I'm going to put it in my crock pot. And I'm going to I saw a recipe. Again, I'm going to share it in the link below for anybody who's interested. And this recipe is basically you stick your spiral ham in there with some honey, some water, and some Dijon mustard, some brown sugar, and it kind of makes its own glaze and its own, like, you marinate it in the crock pot and you can let it cook on low for hours and hours and hours. So that's my plan. I'm going to do that in the morning. So the ham's going to just be cooking and we will be, as we're off to church and whatnot, and by the time we get home I can just baste it. And so that's my plan for the ham. So let's move on next to Okay, next on the menu is the green bean casserole. It is a dairy-free. Now, the traditional green bean casserole is, not dairy-free, and you use cream of mushroom soup. So I went and looked for one. This is something, the first time I'm going to be trying this out. I'm going to do this tomorrow. This one, you've got to just do pretty much the same day. You basically just take some green beans. You take green beans, you steam them, you take some mushrooms and some, I'm going to use almond milk again, and you take some soy sauce, and you take your French fried onions, and you basically just kind of mix everything together. I think there's some flour in there as a thickening agent, and you basically just mix it all together and you stick it in the oven and you let it bake. So the recipe will be down below again, and I hope it comes out good. We'll see. So moving on to the next one. This is so simple, but here it is. I plan on I bought a whole pineapple and I plan on serving up some pineapple. They say that pineapple is good for the digestion. So, I don't know, pineapple reminds me of warm weather, so I think think spring, right? And so I thought it would just be a nice addition and complement the meal very nicely. So I'm going to serve some fresh pineapple along with our meal. Lastly is a nice, beautiful salad that I plan on making. So I'm going to throw together a nice, beautiful salad tomorrow. That's something you want to do fresh. You want it to be freshly cut and everything nice and fresh when you serve a salad. So that's our complete meal, guys. Okay, so now you're looking at a picture of my dining room. I also set my dining room up today, the day before, so it's all set. I put up a beautiful banner of the cross. I have a wooden cross that my husband made years ago that I always bring into the dining room for decoration, and I have some green tablecloths, and I picked some daffodils from our yard and put them in a little vase. Obviously, tomorrow the table will look much more beautiful when it's all set up. And I just believe the atmosphere is so important when you're, especially for a special holiday like this, Resurrection Day. It's such a a special time that I look forward to every year. I love, love, love it. I think I love it more than any other holiday because it's a day when we really sit and meditate and focus on what our Savior did for us, what he went through, what he suffered, and how he overcame death. And there is nothing more beautiful to me, nothing more enjoyable and precious to me that I could ever celebrate with my loved ones, with fellow believers. So I'm really looking forward to it. So I like to make a nice atmosphere for this special time to celebrate this. I also, as you can see, this is my door that we come in, and as you can see, I have like a maroon colored scarf hanging above it. That is to commemorate the Passover and how the Lord told the Israelites to put blood around their doorpost on Passover so that the angel of death would pass over their homes. So I always do that in commemoration of Passover time also. That's something that to me is very special. Okay, guys, so that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it was kind of a last minute decision just to throw this together today and share with you guys what I do to prepare for Resurrection Day, and what I serve for Resurrection Day as a special dinner for my family. So I hope you guys enjoyed it again, and I hope you guys are all doing good out there. Guys, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to my channel, liking, sharing. I'd love to hear feedback from you guys. I really hope I can get back to, doing some more videos for you guys. I've been a little bit preoccupied with life and different things, a lot of good things. But I hope in the future I will be sharing those things with you guys in the future. One thing, I do have a series coming up that I'm really excited about. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a special devotional from one of my absolutely favorite heroes of the faith. And I will be putting that into my Pilgrimage of Faith playlist, and I will be doing that very soon. So again, guys, happy Resurrection Day, happy Easter, whatever you guys refer to it as. God bless everybody until next time.